Hello, people of God. This is my Jacob's Way TV, and I am Dupi Dupi Singer. This is episode 107. 107. I ended episode 106 by telling you that Uche threatened me so. It was Azan that I said threatened me in the past. This time, excuse me, it was Uche, my beloved Uche. Because till now, say whatever you want to say, I believe that Uche loved me. Jay loved me. He used to say, even from the prison yard, tell those boys, if I come back and I find that they have disturbed you, I'm going to deal with all of them. And he could do it. But it was the same Uche that told me, Mommy, I'm going to kill you when I come out of the prison. I'll kill you. Just go and hide yourself anywhere. I'll find you. There was a way he swore. Alakwa, Mommy. You know me, Uche. I will look for you. I'll kill you. And I told you I was afraid. And I told you it was a Thursday that I was going to Badon for the prayer meeting that the Lord asked me to lead every Friday morning in the University of Ibadan, the church that my mother um, planted. So all the way through my journey, I was telling the Lord, I'm afraid, I'm afraid, I'm afraid. There was nobody to discuss this issue with. Usually there's somebody you can call and say, see what somebody has said. But who cares about me? Everybody had told me you are going on a very long journey of trouble. Everybody had told me you think you are brave, you are smart, you know. So I did not have anybody else to turn to but to the Lord. And when I got to church in the university, I cannot remember if I told the old women that I ministered to. I probably did. And they always have a way of praying. They pray. They pray with, these women have prayed anything into life in this world. You men are praying. When I come to the matter, I say, this is what has happened. Say, don't worry, we will pray. Our mother taught us to pray. That's my mother. I inherited them from my mother. Our mother taught us to pray. We will pray and God, and God, I don't know what those people have not prayed into life, into being. But me, I was still afraid. So by the time I went to bed, I said to the Lord, you know that inside of me, there's still fear. You know, when the Lord sends you on an errand, He says, fear not, be not afraid. He said, be not, be encouraged, be not afraid. So, God is a good God, but God also can be firm. God can scold you. When you are throwing tantrums, I did throw a lot of tantrums in this work with God. I will tell you some of them. When he will start with you, he knew when you could be like a baby and throw tantrums. But God will not allow you to throw tantrums all the days of the assignment He has given to you. When I kept saying to the Lord, I'm afraid, I'm afraid, I was also a little afraid that He could scold me and say, all this while I've been with you, what do you mean by you're afraid? Shouldn't you have trusted me? He could have scolded me. But He's a good God. We always knew where we are on the staircase of faith. So I went to the altar before I slept in church that day and said to the Lord, I'm afraid. I'm afraid. I hand over this matter to you. Don't let Uche kill me. Lord, I don't want to die yet. I went to sleep and I had this dream in a deep sleep. I was going on a journey from Lagos to Ibadan. I was alone. I was carrying a knapsack. I was walking. You know that the journey of life, the journey of destiny, you're always alone. Nobody is there with you except God. And I don't know. There were cars that were passing. I don't know why I never stopped a car to take me. But then it was getting dark. And it became dark. It was evening and it became dark. It became night. I was afraid that even the people that were passing would be predators of a kind, So I will hide myself when a car is coming. Yeah, I saw a car that was like a newspaper van. I was going to distribute newspapers for the next day, maybe to other states of Nigeria. And I remember that I'm a journalist. I could have stopped. I should stop them. Maybe I would, if I introduce myself as a journalist, they'll pick me. But I still did not feel safe. So I allowed them to go. They didn't see me. Immediately they left. I walked a few more steps, still afraid. Then I heard the voice of a boy and a girl. It was as if they were descending what looked like a hill. And they were going on the road. It was as if they lived in that neighborhood. And for the first time, I studied my environment and I saw that there was a farm settlement behind me off the expressway. And the boy and girl lived there. They knew the neighborhood and I don't know where they were going. I felt safe and I called their attention to me, to myself. They stopped, looked at me. I told them my story. I'm going to Badon. It's still a long journey. Can I stay overnight in a place that is safe? And they said, oh, sure, come, all the way, come. Please come. So they stopped going to where they were going and they took me home. Home where it was as if the owner of the farm settlement was living with his wife and family. And they introduced me to their parents and one said, oh, why not? Stay. Go have your bath, have a shower, stay in this room. Before you come out, your dinner will be ready. While I was there, I heard, they didn't know I was listening. They were telling themselves, do you remember that 11 years ago, the Lord had told us that a woman like this will come. A woman will come like this. This is the time she will come in, that we should not throw her out and we should help her to be encouraged in whatever work that the Lord has given to her. By the time I came out of the bathroom, the table was set for me. They were hospitable. By the next morning, according to the um, normal pattern of the farm settlements, they did morning devotion. I was part of it. Then it was time for them to jog around. I think I was also part of it. But by the time I had my bath, I had my breakfast, the man of the house had asked a car to take me to Ibadan. After he had assured me that the Lord was with me and that I should never be afraid of anything. That the Lord had told them about me 11 years earlier. I was about to enter into the car when the alarm I set for 2 a.m. rang and woke me up. I gathered my thoughts, remembered all the parts of the dream, and while I was still musing on this, the phone rang again, and it was Uche from the prison. He said, Mommy, don't forget he was the same person that scared me till I slept that night. And this time I said, Yes, Uche. Before he said anything, I said, Uche, did you say you wanted to kill me that time? He kept quiet. I said, you have a freedom to kill me. Oh. Anybody that asks you not to kill me, that person is the one that is in trouble with God. If God will open his eyes, and I say God will not even do anything like that. You know that God had assured me. I just woke from a dream. I just woke up from a dream where God assured me that He's with me. Anybody that will touch me is going to touch the apple of His eyes. Uche, if you do not come out of the prison and kill me, excuse me, then like you will say, no be your papa born you, stupid boy, foolish boy. I will slap you on the phone. By the time he could talk, he said, Mommy, how can you ever believe that I'll kill you? How can you ever believe it? I was just frustrated. I was just tired. I was just looking for something. I don't know. I just got angry. You're a stupid boy, a foolish boy. He said, Mommy, you're my mommy. I don't have a mommy. I don't have another mommy. God is kind. Give me another mommy. Eh? Can I kill you? Ah, the devil is a liar. Mommy, may God forbid bad thing. I will not be the one that will kill you. Anyone that wants to touch you, alakwa, like you always swear. Mommy, as long as I'm in this world, I will kill that person. I will not allow any ants to touch you. Hmm. The story has changed. Ah, but for that revelation that the Lord gave me, I would have been walking around in fear all the days of my life. Which he told me a story of how they had gone to do investigation about a house they wanted to rob in Aba, and they found out that the fence of the house was very high. I told you he was a very short man. He said they climbed. After doing the investigation, they knew that the owner had dogs. But that's one of the things they knew, and that the dogs were going to disturb them from performing their operation. So they got to Aba early. They bought themselves suya. They had looked for very serious poison that the dogs would not be able to smell. And with good aroma, plenty of it. They tried to throw the meat, the suya, over the fence. Of course, the time the dogs were supposed to be barking, the owners had slept. The dogs were gone, and they were able to climb in, and they still robbed the house. So, except the Lord builds the house, the builder is just wasting his time. And except the Lord protects the city, the guards are just wasting their time. So, what is the job that the Lord has sent you when you're afraid? Tell it to the Lord. Tell it to the Lord, I'm afraid. Say it to Him. He's not going to throw you out. He understands. He says, do not be afraid. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed. I will help you. The Lord helped me. If He can help me, He can help you. Are you afraid? Do not be afraid. The one that is with you is bigger and greater than the one that is in the world. This is my Jacob's Way TV, and I'm Dupi Dupi Singer. Please keep watching, and together we learn more things about God. Bye bye.